One trusts you have met Shen-He. So, are you getting...
So far so good, yeah!
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor.
Cool! So, calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful.
Her Adeptus name. Why, pray tell, would Shen-He have an Adept...
Don't all adept...
On this latter point, you are correct.
Oh, right. What? You knew already?
Do you mean to say that she presents different...
Well, to start with, her...
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand.
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong will. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding, even had the stalemate continued.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every... Indeed, it is... However, Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear... Red ropes have indeed served to keep her calm. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shen-He's path...
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came...
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of... If she handles it admirably, let us conclude our conversation here for today. One is...
So, Shenhua isn't an adept...
Every journey has its final day.
Hey! So, Shenhua...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you...
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to... After all,
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole...
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because... Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're in a...
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like...
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should... But before we do that, let's go to the building. After all, Sunset Vermilion Night is so... Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! try something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Violet! And hey, Beto! And hey,
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into two. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade chip. The remainder of the construction work is.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to...
One moment, I'll be right. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quick.
Beto, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilion item.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is, sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you...
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together.
Sounds great, but how does that change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, how'd I do?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on the... From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers.
Wonderful. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's... By the way, what question are you...
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has...
Ooh, what's the up?
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend. It's called The Divine...
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if...
Of course I have. Sorry.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe...
Yunjin? Stage you. Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. So, you're here to ask about wonder cores, huh? The types of ore needed to make wonder cores are a little hard to come by. Lady...
No, we were gonna ask...
Sure. Well, you'll need... If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with... It could take some work, but if you stick with it... Of course, it's...
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly, and I hear the view that perhaps it can give me some... I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster,
No! Don't!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was... No, I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention...
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Oop! This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Symposium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Huh. He didn't...
Hello, sir. We were just passing by, and one...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Symposium. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes.
Huh? You know this?
Thank you, kind sir. Well, don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite...
Okay, then let's see what we...
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the time frame certainly matches?
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Huh. What's this? So, now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly... Oh, it looks like my
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of... Brosium. Let's have a look over there. This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of... Let's go back and tell
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story. I was a very close friend. I bring flowers back.
Apologize for what? If you'd... There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I...
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sabrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, There's something I'd like to talk. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the...
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here and...
It's okay.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will
don't worry. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for you.
Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. But these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain lies between. If things get out of control.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report... Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end.
Leave the wonder course to me. Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang.
I'll sort that out.
Oh?
Yes. When we first met, I told you. In fact, I came specific. Master also said she hoped that I can take. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your... But now that our paths have crossed...
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need.
Fine by me. I'm actually...
Whew. The sigils are ready.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before before someone else... Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh! All three of you found them to the Wonder Cores and Adepti Sigil. I hereby announce that the winners of this material...
What? It's over already? I haven't...
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where...
Huh? Where's Beidou?
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later.
Alright then. Guess we'll head on up to the... This has been a long time coming. The last time we...
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your...
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
You're quite welcome.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon?
You're next. What is your... I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well. Guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connection. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the...
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me, so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come... No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group...
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-life...
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liu?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the... So, the key is whether or not you yourself...
Oh.
Yes. To become fond... Perhaps someone you've met, or some... In short...
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn. Do you...
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound...
Glad to hear it. Watch your back.
Beidou? Ningguang?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all... My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of... I hope the Jade Chamber will... And I hope that you can all witness it with... Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Manifest! Hill!
For Rex Lapis! Covenant of the Deep!
Gather! Stabilize!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it!
Gather!
Unleash! Obey!
Order guide you! Stabilize!
Born of ice and frost. She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back. I'm just a little exhausted. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It did
good.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the...
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared, and of course we owe huge thanks to on behalf of the entire
Great. Then I wasn't trying to be a hero, though.
Let the soldiers recuperate. But don't let your...
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly.
That I do not deny. However, if it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find you have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine.
Shenhe, one saw you seek. Hopefully this...
Yes. I feel happier than I expected.
Good. In fact...
There'll be...
Oh. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Please, have a good rest. We must celebrate both the completion...
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade...
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel...
Hey! Look!
批冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。世道为民人不识，自有知音多情思。功名烈烈见了心，只知不愁心。爱情。 时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally,
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation, the play has an ending. But life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh. This feels all too familiar.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhua. Calm down.
Finally, it's in.